Hello everyone, my name is Matt Scorpion and welcome back to the Reset. So, I warn you, we have 3 weeks left in the season, which means it's the last week before the season finale kicks off, which also means that the season is rapidly coming to a close. In case there's anything you want to do, of course, make sure you get them done before the end of the season, and that goes for anything in the past seasons, because I think the usual model is the season's going along and the seasonal stuff will stick around, like we'll probably have the Leviathan destination. We might not have Sever and that sort of thing, but we will pretty much lose almost everything in the Helm. Like, we won't have Season of the Risen stuff here anymore. Battlegrounds are probably going to go away from there, or Psyops Battlegrounds are going to go away. Plunder and that sort of thing are going to go away at the end of the season, I think. So if there's anything story-wise, rewards-wise, anything, I'd recommend you get to work on getting that stuff done. It's all unlocked currently. You just got to put in the effort and actually get access to everything. That being said, at the same time, when you log in today, you'll get a notification that Moments of Triumph is, of course, ending. That usually ends with the turn of the year. So if there's anything from the Moments of Triumph thing that you wanted, anything you wanted to buy, any rewards you wanted to earn, seal, regardless, that is also wrapping up soon. So I'd recommend you get your work on that. Aside from that, like I said, it is the third to last week of the season. The finale will be next week, but aside from that, we got some other stuff to do to get through the week. So, starting off with our strikes, our Grandmaster for this week is currently the Corrupted. A pretty rough one if you're not used to it. A very grinding and gritty process to go through it. Starting off, we have Epitaph for taking combatants generating Blight Geysers when defeated. Overload and Unstoppable Champions, because it's mostly taken, occasionally a bit of Scorn. And we also have Chap for no radar, Grandmaster modifiers of the usual variety, Match Game, which may soon burn in hell, Equipment Lock, Extinguish, Limited Revives, Mob Champions for additional ones, all 3 shields because Taken and Scorn are bastards, and Acute Arc Burn, which means Sadia and a variety of other Hive, Boomers, and Taken combatants like the Scions in the Sadia room will fricking hurt. Now, aside from that, if you actually manage to get through it, this week is the last time to get your hands on Malicious Birthright Adepts until Grandmasters go away. So if you want to get your hands on that grenade launcher, a kinetic frame grenade launcher, be sure to get it now. It won't be back again until Grandmasters come back around again. Now, into the rest of the world. Nothing new for Gambit as usual, because I don't actually think there's any boosters currently active, unless it's a trial booster, which we won't see until trials. But speaking of which, we also have Rift for our current rotation, Crucible game, and the Iron Banner. It has officially left us. No more Iron Banners until next season. So if you wanted to get your access to the chainmail shaders and didn't, I don't think you'll be able to get it unless it comes back into regular rotation. But aside from that, like I said, Iron Banner was last week. We don't have trials in Iron Banner weeks. We will have trials again for the next 3 weeks of the season. Like I said, though, Rift is our rotation match. Now, into our Legends content. For King's Fall on our Master Raid, it is currently the Grass is Always Greener challenge, which I recall is still Totem's challenge before War Priest. I still don't know King's Fall challenges. I just haven't paid much attention to that. And Master Mode is currently recovery-focused armor with the Master Mode armor grind. Speaking of the rotations everywhere else, currently our dungeon available is Duality on the Moon. If there was anything, especially Lingering Dread with Chill Clip, but not Proxy Nades if you watch from video, I would highly recommend grinding this in case you want a good set of Lingering Dread. Anything else that from this dungeon armor or guns-wise, currently infinitely farmable, even more than regular. As well, you can, I think you still have infinite chances at Heart Shadow, in case you still don't have that as well. Speaking of infinite chances, on the Throne World currently, Vow of the Disciple is our weekly rotator raid, which means all challenges active, including Rolk, which is an easy challenge. As well, on that side, we do have Master Mode back, which drops Resilience-focused armor this time. And at the same time, like I said, if you want infinite drops, any red borders from this raid can drop infinitely. You just get the one purchase, though. And Collective Obligation can drop infinitely. You just have to put in the effort and hopefully get lucky enough for it to drop if you want access to that before going into Lightfall. With all the changes to subclasses, Collective Obligation might be nuts, including how much it already got buffed. Now, while we're in the Throne World, so our usual weekly mission is currently the European Pyramid, which is the one where you go, or the Communion, which is you go inside the European Pyramid, fighting a lot of Cabal. If you want to grind that out for any last-second high-stat armor or, what's the word? Ascendant Alloys, I would recommend doing that as soon as possible. And then throughout the rest of the... I feel like I'm missing something. I must not be. Yep, no, that's everything there for Throne World. brain fart. Now, going into Eternity as well for our Legend Mode version, we do currently have it on Hive, Vex, and Ballast to Arc for Legend Mode Dares of Eternity. A lot of the guns from this, all craftable, all handy. I would definitely recommend a BXR, maybe a sword or two in case you like the idea of Enhanced Eager Edge and that sort of thing. Aside from that, into the main seasonal stuff, like I was covering, Cyber's Battleground Arena, it's the last week that, like, I'm gonna specify this. It's the last set of rotations. There was anything you needed to do in the seasonal tab, this is the last week you're going to be able to go around. I know some of the things is like doing each of the Cyber's Battlegrounds Arena. This is going to be the last rotation. It's starting with the Cosmodrome, but Cosmodrome won't be back until the end of the season. So, I'd recommend, again, you get on that. So we do have, like I said, Cosmodrome, Cyber's Battleground Arena. For Plunder currently, or Catch Crash, that's a different word. I'm bouncing all over the place. It is Ransacks currently, which if I recall is what's the word? Captain Boss. If I'm mistaken, it's the Vandal, but I know certainly it's not the Heavy Shank. And then our Heist Battlegrounds Arena is currently on the Moon for this season as well. Nothing new in Revision 0 as usual. Now, going into our seasonal tab as well, we have the last week of challenges that we're ever going to have access to for this season. It's very simple, including the essentially collecting all the Warmind nodes, it's collecting Warmind nodes and breaking all the security drones, specifically in the Seraph Shield. If you did that, it'll either be probably a upgrade for the Exo Frame or Umbrella Energy in case you've already done that. And then essentially hang on the EDZ, do some patrols, public events, lost sectors, and then applying enough strikes to acquire the Vanguard ornament for Velis X. You have to do the reset once and then almost completely finish the reset again to earn that ornament. Now, to wrap up what we got coming for us in the reset as well, a variety of weapons. Some of them I don't think they'll be going away, but it's not going to be so easy to get your hands on them come Lightfall. So we have Lodbrok C, a high-impact frame, Hockey auto rifle, kinetic slot. While I do like the idea of Hockey auto rifles, every time I use them, it seems weird. I know high impacts in Crucible, they've been doing some tweaking, so it's time to kill is handy in comparison to other auto rifles and that sort of thing, but I don't know, it's every time I use these, they feel so slow, sluggish, and all that sort of essence. It's hard for me to actually advocate using these, considering I don't like using them myself. And we also have Pizzicato 22, an adaptive frame Suros SMG. I'm not gonna lie, this roll kind of is dookie, but at the same time, I wouldn't knock this down for anyone. If anyone likes it, I would recommend getting it. Not bad. Suros weapons is, of course, always better in the Crucible, just slightly better than everything else because of Suros synergy. You also have Fugue 55, same thing. Honestly, with this one, this is almost the PvE role if you want a sniper, because extended mag, firing line, no distractions, corkscrew or small board, decent range options there. Like, a role like this is a PvE sniper, if I've ever seen it. But, of course, it can bend both ways if you need to PvE or PvP. And we also have Funnel Web, which is everyone's favorite SMG for some reason, even though I still think it's a pea shooter. Pretty good roll here, but at the same time, there are better. I know there was a Feeding Frenzy or something like that that came around not too long ago. There are better rolls available, but, you know, you can't craft that, so there's that. Then, speaking of things you can't craft, Typhon GL5, which on this one, I can recommend buying because Chill Clip will actually work with these magazine perks. But stats for all, not that great. There's a variety of good perks. Stasis Grenade Launcher is always great too, because that can work for your Stasis builds. You can make Diamond Lances if you get that aspect on Titans, but can't craft it. I wish you could, honestly. This is a great grenade launcher otherwise. But speaking of can be crafted, Taipan 4FR. I will say it again, this is probably still one of the best damage, well, currently one of the best damage sources in the game. Soon to be nerfed, but possibly still a decent option, especially this one because it is only viced. Will recommend crafting it though and using it while you can. Otherwise, you know, if you want to get into the mood of other things will be coming around soon, hopefully enough. My name is Matt Scorpion, and thank you for watching.